Welcome back to Midday. We have the second princess from the Miss World Zimbabwe competition for 2018. We've got Kuziva joining us. Thank you for being here.
Thank you so much for having me today.
So I know you're living and working in Kamloops right now, but tell us a little bit about this contest and your win. I mean, when did this all take place?
This was on the 8th of September.
Okay.
And so boot camp started August 16th. Yeah, so from then we were in boot camp, and then the final night was 8th of September. So we were kind of closed in until that day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So where exactly did it take place?
So this was in Harare, Zimbabwe.
Oh, okay. And quite a lot of girls that were you were up against?
Yes.
Yeah.
A lot of stunning, beautiful girls. We were 24 when we first started. Was it 22?
Oh, okay.
And then there were eliminations every Monday.
Right.
Yeah. And so, funny enough, I was actually up for elimination on the first Monday.
Oh, really?
Yes.
And you made it through.
And I made it through.
Good for you.
Yes.
We have some pictures that we'll just put up here while we're chatting of the contest. So this is you in the blue, right?
Yes,
is that right?
That's me, yes.
Yes. And you girls are beautiful. Kuziva, I know that a lot of there's a lot of responsibility that comes with winning a contest like this, a beauty pageant like this.
That's right.
What does that mean now for you? I mean, where do you go from here? What does this title hold?
So basically what I wanted to do with it, and it's basically what I want to do with it. What I wanted to do with what is charity work.
Yeah.
I started charity work at the beginning of this year, where I collected some stationery and some sanitary wear for girls. Okay. And so that's what I want to continue with. Okay. I know that with the Queen, Ms. Hajira Belinda Potts, we were doing a project for cholera. There was a recent cholera outbreak, and so we tackled that as well. But now that that's under control, we are just doing separate things. I'm going to go ahead with what I started at the beginning of the year in February.
Wow.
Yes.
So does this mean a lot of traveling for you, or how does that all work?
Not necessarily a lot of traveling, but a lot of liaising with different companies and different people, so we can collect a lot of stuff and then I can take it to Zimbabwe.
Right.
Or send it to Zimbabwe instead.
Yeah. Is there a big need for that?
There is definitely a big need, especially in the remote areas, the rural areas. I feel like sanitation and hygiene are not top-notch. Yeah, so there's definitely a need for that right now.
So did you grow up in Zimbabwe?
I did.
Tell us a little bit about that. When did you move here?
The funny thing is I actually spent, I think, the first 5 years of my life in the rural areas with my grandmother.
Wow.
Yes.
So you've seen it. I mean, you were young, but you've still been there.
I've seen it. But over the years, it kind of deteriorated the living conditions there. And so what I want to do is go back into that community and rebuild it. Yeah, yeah.
You're giving back. That's amazing.
Definitely. Yeah, that's what I wanted to do. So.
Good for you.
Thank you.
Well, I think we have a video as well, and this is this you walking down the runway? Look at you! Oh my goodness, you're amazing.
Yeah, I really loved this segment. Actually, it was my favorite.
So this was part of the actual.
This was part of
the final night.
I was the first one on stage, actually.
Oh wow!
Yeah, so and I was the opening.
And this was just a runway walk, or what was the actual part of the competition that you were doing here?
So we don't have a swimwear.
Okay.
And so we kind of replaced it with this. You can see the Zimbabwean flag there and the short number. And yeah, so it was replacing the swimwear section, because even in the Miss World competition, there's no swimwear anymore.
No,
so
this
was the segment.
Wow. Well, you're beautiful.
Thank you very much.
So you mentioned you want to do a lot of charity work. Yes. What got you into pageants? I mean, were you doing this before, or did you just decide it out of nowhere?
This was my first pageant.
Good for you.
First ever. So I wanted
beginner's luck.
Yeah. I was hoping to take the title though.
Yeah, I know.
But yeah, so I got into it because I wanted to get the platform to do my charity work.
Right.
So that was the drive behind it. And so I said, you know what, let's do it. A lot of people always encourage me, well, why don't you do it? Why don't you do it? So I decided to do it. And yeah, here I am. And so now I just hope that this role will actually facilitate what I wanted to do with it in the first place.
Will you go for the big title once again, or no?
I don't know if I'm allowed, actually, because they always want a fresh set of girls.
Right.
Yeah.
And you've already placed in the top 3.
In the top 3. So that would be difficult to actually get back onto the scene like that.
How does the second princess differ from both the first and then queen? I mean, so, just your role there.
Yeah, so the queen gets to go to Miss World.
Oh, okay.
Yes. And I guess we all have to do the same thing, but the queen,
that's where she goes
that's
one
where she
step
goes.
further.
Yes, definitely. And the first princess, second princess are basically just the right hand. If she does need any help with her charity work, we're there. If she does need any help going places, we're there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for you. Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We wish you all the best in your charity
thank you.
work and making a difference. I'm sure you will.
I will.
Thank
I
you
will.
so much for being here.
Thank you.
Of course, you can email Kuziva if you would like to the email there at the bottom of the screen. And for any more information on Miss World Zimbabwe and that competition, you can visit their Facebook page. We're going to take one last look at the weather when we get back from a break. Stay with us.